You want to break out from your 9 to 5 because you hate it. But here's the thing, you don't need a degree, a huge audience, or a great plan to even break out of your 9 to 5. In fact, there's one skill that you can master and it takes no qualifications. And that skill is copywriting. Simply put, writing that sells your ideas. If you write clearly, you can get clients, you can communicate well, and you can build a freedom-based business. So today I'm going to share with you 6 writing habits that will make you a better copywriter, even if you've never written to sell anything before. Stick with me because this is the one trait that you need categorically to break free from your 9 to 5 and actually build a freedom-based business. Let's dive in. Read everything you write out loud. Yes, it may sound really weird to read everything out loud, especially if you don't like the sound of your own voice, but trust me, you'll be able to pick up some minute errors just by doing that exact thing. Taking your copy from good to great. And trust me, writing good copy allows you to break all the beliefs your market have. So that leads us on to the second thing, using the Hemingway app. So this is a fantastic free tool that is available to absolutely everyone online, which is fantastic. Definitely use the desktop version, so like this. But what this is going to allow you to do is take any kind of copy that you write, so social media post, email, landing page, pop it into here and take it from good, great. It's a really good thing to bring up that reading out loud isn't just boring. It is crucial when it comes to writing copy that lands and makes sure it connects with your market. So I've just taken my 100K launch as an example that you can go ahead and grab in the description below if you so wish. But here we are. So in the right, you've got red, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And these are just indicators of how well your writing is. So for instance, we've got this page here, which is a sales page. And I've popped it into here to give you an idea. So already we see yellow, right? Which means that a sentence is pretty hard to read. And that's not what we want. We want to shoot for a grade 4 reading level. Now, if you see on the top right, you got grade 5. We want a grade 4 at best. This just improves readability and makes sure that it is easy on the eyes for your market, which is always a good thing. So how could we improve this? Well, for free, we just go to most coaches, consultants are sitting on a gold mine, their email list. And then maybe I could break this up with an ellipsis, so 3 dots. And then I just add, let's say, a space. Already, that's now taken that yellow and deleted it. So it's now improved readability, which means the content is going to be easier to consume, which means your message lands as you want it to, which is a win-win. So if we continue here, we've got a red highlighted, which is a sentence is very hard to read. So all you do is you'll take tip number 1, which was reading it out loud, and you go ahead and make the adjustment. Pretty good thing to bring up that reading it out loud isn't just boring. It is crucial when it comes to writing copy that lands and makes sure it connects with your market. But anyway, let's just jump back in. So let's go ahead and see if we can break it up. Let's do the read out loud. Then you watch your tumbleweeds roll through your inbox while your calendar stays embarrassing creepy. Okay, so I thought that was pretty good, but obviously Hemingway is saying, no, it's a very hard to read sentence. So let's change it. You hit send with confidence, then you watch tumbleweeds roll through your inbox while your calendar stays embarrassingly empty. So we can get rid of this, maybe. Yeah. And already that's a little bit easier. Now this is open obviously to subjective. I personally like the embarrassing side of thing. It adds a little bit of flavor to it, but it is easier to now read. So there we are, happy days. And you can do this in all of your content, like I said. So pop it in here, whether you're working with clients or you just want to have some practice in doing it yourself. The Hemingway editor is a fantastic free tool. So I would go ahead and have a little play around with that. But as I mentioned, if you want the 100K launch sequence, go ahead and download it. It is in the description below. Now you've got those 2 in place, you now need the third one. Swap vague for specifics. If you want to connect with your market, you need to do one thing, and that is speak in specifics, not vagueness. Take a look at these and see if you can spot the difference. I help you lose weight. Now that's a bit vague and something I would have said at the very start of my copywriting career. So how do we take this up a notch? Like this. I help women over 40 lose their stubborn body fat and slip into their favorite clothes in just 90 days without giving up carbs or foods they enjoy. Which one do you think is more specific? The second one, right? Let's do another example. You want to make more money. Not bad, but we can go way more specific as well. Do you want to make an extra 100, 200 or 300 pounds in the next 50 days? Or I help you stop living paycheck to paycheck with full security, knowing that you can pay your bills and sleep easy at night, knowing an extra 1, 2 or 3,000 pounds is coming into your bank account every single month by doing something you genuinely enjoy and is fulfilling without selling any dodgy courses. It's more specific, right? Obviously, context matters, and where you use specifics matters a lot. But make sure whenever you write any kind of emails or social media posts, you get some specifics in there because, hey, that's going to be the winner. Number 4.
Hooks. Now, I don't mean fishing rods or anything you're going to catch fish. No, hooks that reel people in, that catch eyeballs, that stop people scrolling and really grab attention. If you can do that, you're already winning because there's so much content out there, and obviously you are competing for attention. So if you can get people to read your posts, watch your reels, read your blog, fantastic. Like I said, you're on to win it, and hooks are crucial in that. So let's dive in. Freedom starts with attention. You can't sell a service people ignore. So like I said, everyone's fighting for attention. So having a good hook is going to be key. Now, there are loads of different types of hooks. I have a few here. So you got questions, you got open loops, something contrarian, a little bit of a spelling mistake there, I do apologize, statistic, and a bold claim. Each of these serve a different purpose. So if we want to go a question, that could be something thought-provoking. So it could be something like, have you ever thought about how dieting ruins your metabolism? That's interesting. That's thought-provoking. That's going to be interesting. Obviously, I'm not a nutritionist. This is just an example. The next one is an open loop. An open loop is simple. The only way for them to close the loop, i.e. to get the lesson, to get the message, the point, is for them to read on and close the loop themselves. So you create an open loop. So you could say something along the lines of, this one thing keeps many people up at night, yet it's the very thing they do before bed. You know, that's just an example, but it's also an open loop. You don't know what it is, and the only way to find out what they are on about is by continuing to read the post so they can close the loop. You have something contrarian, which is a bit out there. It's a bit of a shock value. It may be going against an opinion. You're having a big stance on something. You could say social media is the worst way to make money, and I'm going to show you why. It's slightly, okay, that kind of like, it's a little bit odd, but it grabs attention. Statistic, again, nice and easy. You could say 56 of pet owners don't realize that what they're feeding their animals is actually making them sicker. And I'm not a vet, I'm not like that, but this is just an example of how a statistic could kind of work in this hook format. And a bold claim, self-explanatory. What is your strong opinion, your belief that will get people to stop the scroll?
If you want to get better at hooks, grab a notepad or open a Google Doc and just try it yourself. Think of different ideas and think of different types of hooks that you put with the same idea and get better at it. And last but not least, make sure you create a swipe file.
It goes without saying, when you're doom scrolling in the evenings and you want to get better at content, creating a swipe folder is going to help you massively. Simply put, any kind of social media post that catches your attention that you just want to read, any emails that you're like, hang on a minute, this sounds awesome. I like that call to action. I love what they did with that opening hook. I love the story that they told. I like how they made me feel a certain way. You can go ahead and copy it and paste it into a Google Drive, into a Google Doc, and save it as a swipe.
It's one of the best things you have, because when you start working with clients, if someone wants a social media post or an email sequence and you're not too sure where to start, or you just want a good example of what's performing well, you can go into your swipe file, look for some social media posts, look for some emails, and look at how they're structured, look at how they're written, and then take inspiration from them and go ahead and write the email yourself. Again, do not copy. It's just a case of a swipe file can save you hours of guesswork and figuring out on your own. It shortens the process massively, but again, do not copy and paste. That is not a good thing to do, and you will be caught out. So let's recap. Read it out loud. It is crucial that you do that to spot simple spelling mistakes, flow issues, and hey, it makes it sound more conversational. Use the Hemingway editor app. You can do this on desktop for completely free. Honestly, it's a game changer. Get it to grade level 4 and you are laughing. It just makes your message land in the way that you want it to, and it allows you to see where are areas in your writing that are difficult to read that you can make better. Number 3, be specific. So obviously vagueness doesn't do any good for you, especially if you're trying to build a service-based business. You want to be talking about specifics. That means hitting those pain points, hitting those desires, tapping into the inner beliefs and their fears and the frustrations. I could go on, and that makes for a whole new video. But be specific, not vague. Start with a hook. A hook captures attention, and especially in this fast-moving world where everyone's doom scrolling, it's one of the best things you can do. And number 5, create a simple swipe file. The swipe file is going to save you hours of guesswork and frustration and help you become a better writer by learning from others who make you feel a certain way. These are 5 habits to get into to allow you to become a better writer and give you more freedom in the business that you want to create. You don't need a degree, you just need to practice, get your reps in and learn it. Start now, build the skill, build the confidence, and in the next 30 days, I promise you, your writing will be so much better. And if you don't have a client right now, do not worry. Practice makes perfect. So when you do get a client, happy days, you're already good to go. If you're ready to get started, I've put together a Trade Your 9 to 5 for a service-based business for more fulfillment in the descriptions below. That's going to help you take your idea of what you want to do and turn it into a service-based business. If you have any questions, comment below. I'll see you on the next video.